Venatori. They've been excavating.
Darkspawn and Venatori. Aren't we lucky?
If their plan is to be a thorn in our side, they're doing just fine. Looks like the Darkspawn are nesting here.
That does this lot. How many are we after?
This can't be all of them. There must be more further in.
Is that your expert opinion?
Good. I'm just getting warmed up.
Never easy with you, is it?
Giant, watch yourself.
Here's a big un.
This place gets better and better.
That's not what I wanted to see.
That explains how the Venatori escaped the Darkspawn.
A giant, of course.
Oh, wonderful.
Using giants as beasts of burden. It's mad.
They're very strong and very angry.
What a charming pet.
Can you imagine trying to keep it watered out here?
Vince, Darkspawn, a giant? This was a pretty good day.
Not exactly the fight I was expecting when we got here.
Nothing's ever simple, is it?
At least we got the job done.
Good fight. Wasn't expecting so many of them.
This place is massive. How long have they been here?
Are you unharmed? I did not expect so many.
This must have been the Venatori's main camp.
Not anymore. Where to now?
Considering how many we killed, they won't be getting much work done.
They can't do what they came for. We stopped them.
The Venatori will not easily recover now. It should make our own hold on the region stronger.
Do you think Corypheus will hear about this? I kind of wish I could see his face when he finds out.
You should carve "The Inquisition was here" on his butt.
Every one of these madmen we kill is one less who gets to return home. Warms my bitter little heart.
One less crazy Vint in the world. Makes you feel good, doesn't it?
What will his masters do when they learn his efforts here failed, I wonder?
Well, well. You're making the Venatori feel bad about themselves.
More trained giants. Just what I was hoping never to see again.
Because there's obviously no way that could go horribly wrong.
And of course, it's giants. At least they're big targets.
They're keeping giants as slaves. Have I actually stumbled into a terrible chantry morality play?
We're slowly driving them back. Good.
Look at that, darling. You hurt their little feelings. Poor dears.
They're starting to feel the effects of our attacks. We're making progress.
They're afraid. Good.
We should be prepared. A cornered beast is likely to strike back.
Still breathing. He's resilient, I'll give him that.
Also, surprisingly organized. Where did the Venatori find him, I wonder?
I'll give him something. Arrows. Because it's... What are you waiting for?
What are you thinking, Inquisitor?
You want us to bring him in alive?
I can take care of the breathing if you like.
He's a monster. But I'm impressed he supplied so many operations this far out in the desert.
He could still be of use if we interrogate him.
He wants to live. He hurts people, but he wants to live.
Resilient and resourceful. You could make use of that, my dear.
Pages. From a diary.
Not real curious about whoever did this, thanks.
Good books are not found in shit places.
Why not? I'd want to write down why I thought this was a good idea before I started.
They started writing together, but only one finished.
One of the Venatori gambled that he could bargain with a demon. Made sloppy work of it, too.
Evidently, Corypheus's people are as susceptible to demonic possession as any mage.
Why do these people always keep journals? I haven't kept a journal since I was a little boy.
None of this makes any damn sense.
They didn't understand, but they obeyed because their god told them to.
Does that make sense to anyone? Because no, it doesn't.
More riddles. What was really happening here?
Well, this is rubbish. Let's do whatever and get out.
On the bright side, they're not moving.
You're shitting me. You're sure these demons aren't moving?
That's disconcerting.
Feels like we're being watched.
Well, isn't this lovely?
So much fear. It's spread across everywhere.
A staff? Is this what they were after?
I'd be careful with that if I were you. Just a thought.
Just be careful with it. No idea what anything here does.
Don't go poking. The whole place feels wrong.
Be wary. It may still be bound to the magic used here.
I think time's flowing again.
I said don't go poking. Oh,
That's not what I wanted to hear.
It's all free.
It's done.
Someone would have freed the demons eventually. At least we were here to stop them.
Next time, the damn demons can stay frozen.
Well, I'm rather sick of this place. You?
That's enough demons for one day, frozen or otherwise. Corypheus uses these people. Can they really not see that?
Fanatics. They are blind to the truth of what they serve.
Hate and hunger, frenzied fear. They won't hurt anyone else.
It will be wonderful to rid the world of these cretins.
Venatori assholes. Hey, Vince, you know who I am?
baddies, yeah? We know how to deal with them.
Any who serve Corypheus willingly deserve no mercy. Let us thin their ranks.
Where does Corypheus find all these fanatics?
Shall we deprive Corypheus of his lackeys?
Looks like the Venatori brought some muscle. This should be fun.
More fellow countrymen. We should say hello.
Venatori, hungry, hateful, ready to hurt people, and they're afraid. They should be.
They're prepared for a fight. Stand ready.
Apostates and minions of Corypheus. Delightful.
Nothing like some cackling mages to cement Tevinter's sparkling reputation abroad.
So, the smug one with the book's in charge?
A spellbinder. How charming.
The man with the knives is well trained. Do not let your guard down.
How'd you ever guess?
Good to know the Venatori use good old-fashioned stabbing as well as magic.
Dark spawn on the surface. The wardens should be handling this.
Never a warden around when you need one, I guess.
I see why wardens kill these things. They just really deserve it. There you go. An actual warden job. And where are they?
Maybe we should have kept a couple of wardens around just for this kind of thing.
Wardens would stop them, but they're broken now.
Are the Venatori hiding everywhere in this desert?
That was hiding. They're bad at it.
Yes, their god wants them to, and they want him to be him.
On the bright side, maybe we're getting close to whatever they want.
No, please, make her know.
The Inquisition does not take slaves. Find one of our camps and we will give you shelter.
I'm Cole. I don't want to hurt you. None of us do.
Hey, it's all right. We're friends.
I have this. Nobody's hurting anyone.
He's more terrified of you than of his old masters.
Easy, friend. The Inquisition's not here for you.
I know. You thought he'd be taller.
You're free. You're safe.
We've a camp, right? Look for the flag. They'll help.
Find an Inquisition camp if you want to survive this place.
He's shaking like a leaf. Go look for one of our camps. I'm certain the Inquisition will take you in.
Yes, Master Mage. Thank you.
The Inquisition can protect you. Think you can find our camps?
I think so, Master Kunari.
Greetings.
Ours shall be the burden of knowledge, to take into the earth and prove us worthy.
All right.
That's from the Chant of Light. Is that a thing? Do people go about reciting from it like that?
That's the chant, right? Do I respond or something?
How unusual. A chanter away from the Grand Cathedral.
I did not expect to find a pilgrim here. A chanter even less.
That's the chant of light. What? I know things.
The righteous shall carry the Maker's word to every corner of his house.
All right, well, good luck.
Good. That will help. Goodbye.
Have at it, Weirdy.
Hello again.
All men are the work of our Maker's hands, from the lowest slaves to the highest kings.
How did you get over here so quickly?
Weren't you somewhere else a few minutes ago?
Blessed are those that walk in the sight of the Maker.
So the blessing lets you walk faster. Could be useful.
Rest at the Maker's right hand and be forgiven.
How are you here? Are you following me?
The nations that deny the Maker are as a child that denies a mother.
I do not think she means us harm, but something is not right here.
That's rather condescending for someone going about spewing proverbs.
She cannot be as harmless as she looks.
You have found we. Take this gift. Do not falter. In the absence of light, shadows thrive.
The fuck?
What the... What?
What was that?
Oh, you spirits are so crazy.
She was a spirit?
That woman was a spirit.
Wasn't expecting that.
Ah, of course. She left something. It looks old.
Maker have mercy.
It's Taven's party.
The one after Elfie history? Figures. That's a bunch of dead all the way back.
Looks like they tried to fight back, but most were unarmed. Poor buggers. Never stood a chance.
The Emerald Knights. They once patrolled the borders of the Dales, protecting the elven people. The Dalish saw them as romantic heroes. The Chantry called them ruthless butchers. I suspect both sides have some element of truth.
A friend of mine once told me about the Emerald Knights. Apparently they had fierce eyes and great pointy swords. She lacked a flair for dramatic description.
Elfie stuff is always a ruin. Wonder why that is. Oh, right.
Even in ruins, this is quite the place.
Do statues help people remember?
It's an account of the Red Crossing. When the elves attacked that town, it prompted the exalted march of the Dales.
Carifibut thought this was something good, but it's just the same old rubbish. Give it to a Dalish or whatever. They'll pretend it was worth it.
The elves don't come across in the best light here. Maybe we should let them stick with their old stories.
This is Chantry history as much as Dalish. There are scholars who would appreciate the value of it.
This place has seen better days.
Do you expect cleanliness from a group of thugs, Inquisitor?
War always brings opportunists.
The real owners must have left for the Winter Palace.
These men are thugs. What do you expect?
So here's where they kept the good stuff.
The best locks, the best loot.
Why have so many things if you never see them?
Fancy house. Too quiet.
No guards, no staff. I suspect this place has been abandoned for some time.
They're here, watching, waiting, wanting. Be careful.
That did not just light itself. Cassandra, Seekers go first, yeah?
Something stirs here. Stay alert.
More light. How cheery.
Oh, look. Someone's put a light on. Isn't that nice?
This place has been corrupted. Stay alert.
Whatever rests here has taken an interest in our presence.
Well, that just lit itself. Good sign.
It knows we're here.
Nobody would keep this lot as servants. Thieves, perhaps.
From the looks of their clothes, I'd say these men were looters.
Not very good at it, were they?
So, trespassing ends well here?
Piss poor job of it.
An abandoned chateau. It must have been appealing.
Unlucky ones.
This place, no fun.
Let's not stay here too long, shall we?
The sooner we're done here, the better.
Something is wrong. Pain or fear or sadness.
This place is creepy. Let's not stay here too long.
I don't like it here. It's full of fear.
Do you feel that chill in the air?
Right. Adventure. All part of the package.
Anybody else feel something wrong?
Look at this. There are more books on magic and how to contain it.
What fine reading material.
I know who wrote this one. It's a story. Nothing to do with how magic works at all.
And every single one is filled with superstitious nonsense.
Such attempts never end well.
For you, maybe.
Many of these tomes are complete fabrications. Charlatans preying on the fears of the ignorant.
Perhaps now this place will be as quiet as it seemed.
I believe we put the worst of it to rest.
Only the anger was left. We made it stop.
One need only look here to see what happens when magic's dangers are ignored.
Was it suffering that drew the spirit here, or cruelty? At least it is over.
Demons everywhere, and someone falls to their death.
Jumped, fallen, or pushed.
Rather grisly.
Poor girl.
Andraste guide her to her final rest.
She loved her mother.
Poor kid.
This should stop the Ashwraiths from returning, hopefully.
Nicely done.
That was a kind thing you did.
Well, I guess that's that.
May you find peace, whoever you are.
Maker take you into his hands.
Gone. Be happier now.
You really should have made certain we were facing downwind, my dear.
Got him. It's in my mouth!
Cullen said this mine is the main red lyrium supply for Samson's army.
I'd expect guards. Big ones.
I'll watch for company.
There are Templars ahead. Red inside.
Swords at the ready.
So there will be guards and yelling. What up?
Red lyrium. I wonder how far this corruption has spread.
This place gives me a headache.
It sings sick music. It creeps into your thoughts, humming.
I'm sick of this shit.
More red lyrium. Well, try not to touch it or anything.
We should not stay here too long.
Do you hear it? Don't listen.
There's a corpse in this lyrium.
So that's how the Red Templars created it so quickly. Blood to speed the growth.
That's how Samson grows it. That's why there's no end to it.
Interesting. The Red Templars sped its creation by growing it from the dead.
Maker's balls. Is that how they're getting the red lyrium? Growing it off people?
Ah, it's growing out of him.
It looks like it just burst out of him. Or her. It's hard to tell.
Cullen will want to know about this.
These poor bastards got lucky. They only died.
Bodies for the lyrium. Well, how about just no?
Detestable.
Maker. They did something this horrible and wrote about it. These people are wrong in every possible way.
Whoever did this should pay.
The song never sang for them. They were lucky.
This was an atrocity. We will put an end to those responsible.
Ugh. More dead and skittering.
That's a lot of bodies.
Wait, I can still work. I can. I don't need much food. The guard laughs, says he doesn't need me anymore. The blade comes down.
You visit the most fascinating places, my dear.
Some shit's getting an arse full of arrows.
Ah, the hero arrives. But is it hero or murderer? It's so hard to tell.
Talk.
Oh, you really shouldn't talk to these things, darling.
It really hurts to listen. Trust is another matter entirely.
That's how they get you.
He's a crow, picking, poking, making tools, seeking shiny things. Not a normal crow, a supernatural crow.
Talky ones. I hate the talky ones.
Don't talk to it, just friggin' kill it!
Is he gone? The demon is finally gone.
It won't be long now. Delirium's taken him.
Ah, shit.
Too much red. All through him. He's dying.
Why was the demon here, working with the Red Templars?
A garden needs a gardener. Nurturing gentle hands. Directing the change. Not too fast. Not too slow. Just right. Has to be just right.
Well, I may be sick.
So you tend to red lyrium like a horticulturist. Interesting, if repulsive.
I see. Perhaps red lyrium growing wild is of no use.
I get it. Too fast and you end up a statue in the gallows courtyard.
We should inform Cullen that we've taken care of Samson's red lyrium hoard.
Our dear commander might crack a smile for once.
Should cheer him up. Shift that stick in his arse.
Thank you for that delightful image.
Wish we could be there when Samson hears about it.
Must be an old dwarven outpost.
Let's see what was worth hiding here.
We may be too close to the surface for these to count as deep roads. But have I mentioned I hate the deep roads?
What was it for?
Trade, maybe? Your guess is as good as mine.
It seems the dwarves have found new use for it.
Now it's a haven for thugs. How charming.
Darkspawn. These won't be the last.
How many can we expect to encounter? Blackwall.
It's hard to say. Keep your guard up.
Fancy lock like that has to be something good behind it. Or something mean.
This outpost must have been abandoned centuries ago, and yet it remains relatively intact. Dwarven architecture certainly is sturdy.
Some people make their living from valuables they find in the deep roads.
There's the dogs, wolves, whatever.
They're wolves, but not. Damaged, driven. All they have is pain.
Those didn't fight like normal wolves. What gives?
The breach may have driven them mad, or perhaps a demon took command of the pack.
Do you know a lot about wolves?
I know they are intelligent, practical creatures that small-minded fools think of as terrible beasts.
Perhaps it's the breach playing havoc with their minds.
No, it's a demon. It hurts them, hunts them, holds them in hate. We need to find it.
I bet they're in the cave. Because wolves are shit and caves are shit.
Crap. Demon!
It's hurting the wolves.
Of course it was a demon. Why wouldn't it be? The farmers are safe now, right?
The wolves will be safe, too.
I expect the wolves will still go after whatever you people raise here, dogs, pigeons, but no more than normal.
My joy at this news is unrivaled, dear.
Are the wolves trying to thank us?
They want to help. They're happy.
Guess I'd be thankful too, if someone saved me from a demon.
Yes, lovely. Over there. Not here, there. Stupid dogs.
Now that's something you don't see every day.
So this is what you do now?
Beg pardon?
Skulking around in caves, shooting guys? Is this your day-to-day?
I usually try to avoid the caves.
You had me worried, you know.
What did I do now?
That letter you sent me about the Red Lyrium was the first I'd heard from you since the Chantry explosion.
Had it been that long?
Seriously, if you died in that mess, I'd have come back to Kirkwall and dug you up just to kick your ass.
What would you do if I'd been cremated?
Kick your ashes, of course.
How is what's-his-name?
Bogdan? He's in Navarra right now, selling my machine to wealthy landowners.
I heard some of the guild were trying to get you named a paragon for that contraption.
That's not gonna happen, even if I am 10 times the Smith Bronca ever was. A surfacer paragon? Never. You know, this is almost fun. Kinda like old times.
I don't recall us ever shooting people together.
Remember crashing Bartran's guild dinner? We might as well have shot him.
This isn't nearly as dangerous as pissing off my brother.
How long are you gonna be in Orlais, do you think?
As long as this weird shit is going on, at least. Maybe longer. Why?
You'll have to stop by before Bogdan gets back. You should see my new workshop.
I'll see what I can do. You know your family will kill me if I stop by, right?
They're not gonna kill you.
You always say that, and they always send assassins.
What is that? Who dresses up skulls?
The skull makes things light up when you look through it. I've never seen anything like it.
Why would someone use a skull as a magical looking glass?
I don't want to touch anything a skull lit up. Skulls don't say, here's a good thing. That's what the skull lit up. What is it?
So this is what the skull illuminated. I sensed something faint in it, but no idea what.
It is one of many, alone, lonely, lost in dirt too wet for where it was made. It wants to go back to the door.
I think the Inquisition should learn about these things before we fiddle with any more of them.
Every ocularum is made from the skull of a tranquil.
A skull, but different, singing, swinging, sighting. He couldn't scream when he died. He felt nothing and then too much. I'm sorry. I'll find who did this. I will stop them.
I had wondered what became of those poor souls when the circles collapsed. Now we know.
I figured they'd fled with the rebel mages. Poor bastards.
They're tranquil skulls. They couldn't fight back when it happened. They couldn't ask for help. I would have heard. I would have helped. I would have stopped it.
More stupid keys for the stupid lock I could have picked if it wasn't stupid magic.
Who designs a place that takes this many keys to get inside? If anyone wants a treasure hunt, we have enough keys now to open that temple door.
It will open now. They can all sing together.
That's it, right? All we need to open the temple. Time to get what's in there.
There's dwarven ruins down here.
This area is more storied than I thought.
The whole area is still lit up. Remarkable. The dwarves built well. Their runes still sing.
Looks like an old outpost. What's it doing here?
The Red Templars have dug in here.
So let's undig them.
So many in the Templar ranks fallen to this corruption.
I'm certain King Alistair would appreciate having them removed from Ferelden's shores.
I'm ready. Let's root them out.
They didn't get to say goodbye.
What do you mean?
A Templar at Therenfall Redoubt. He wanted to make the world safe for his daughter. Then he turned red inside.
You all right, kid?
She doesn't know.
Many of these Red Templars were good men and women once. A shame to see them corrupted beyond recognition.
At least those with the Inquisition have some sense.
I have to wonder about the Templars who serve the Inquisition. Must be difficult to see their fellows turned.
I believe we've broken the Templars' hold here.
There may yet be stragglers, but we've dashed whatever plans they might have had.
This location offers easy access to the waking sea. Who knows what they might have accomplished had they been allowed to remain.
I don't want to backtrack, but do you know where we're going?
Are you sure this is the way to the surface?
Had enough of caves, need a fire, a mug, and a city.
These ruins seem endless. How far to the surface?
Where are we going?
I feel a draft. There must be a way out nearby.
You gave your charges the easier target.
You think?
Lower and farther from the smuggler's ship, it's much less likely to be heavily defended.
Suppose we'll do the heavy lifting then. Just like old times.
Be careful. My agent said to expect opposition ahead of the main camp.
We've all done this a few times, Gat.
You've been living outside the Kyun for years now, Iron Bull. Just wanted to make sure your reflexes hadn't gotten as soft as the rest of you.
Ouch.
I don't see any tattoos, but you're carrying a staff. Are you from a Chantry circle?
No, and I would prefer not to discuss it.
Have I done something to offend you?
You joined the Kyun?
After they rescued me from slavery.
And put you into something worse? A slave may always struggle for freedom, but you among the Kyun have been taught not to think.
Solace, not the time.
Iron Bull's reports say you're a demon.
I'm trying not to be. Sometimes it's hard. I want to kill a lot of people, but I don't.
Because the Inquisitors bound you?
Because it's not right.
Bull, how can you work with a demon?
He's all right.
Heart hammering, brush of breath at the base of my back. He licks his thumb before turning the page. He never finished. You don't have a demon inside you. You don't have to wonder anymore.
Stop. Just stop.
Cole, knock it off. People who follow the Kyun get nervous around demons, remember?
You must wish you were back in Tevinter, mage. No soldiers to guard you here, no slaves to wait on you.
It's the lack of fashion that really strikes fear into my heart.
You know nothing of fear.
And do you intend to teach me?
No. You serve the Inquisition, and the Ben Hasrath wish an alliance. For now, that is enough. Now that the circles have fallen, it must please you to wield your power so freely, mage.
Quite the reverse. Mages are dangerous, and their power makes them feared. The circles protected us.
You sound almost reasonable. You're not Dalish. Were you confined to an alienage as a child?
Not for bloody long.
You may be interested to know that Kunandar treats our kind far better than Ferelden or Orlais.
Nope, not interested in how you want to treat me.
Perhaps another time, then. Can you make out any of your mercenaries down there?
Not from here. Probably a better view once we take the Vince camp.
Worried?
They're my men. I've been with some of them for years.